Ox and Hare presents, in association with True Story FM, the Swashbuckling Ladies Debate Society. Today's adventure, By the Beautiful Sea.
Thanks so much for letting me tag along with you on your errands, Goldie.
Of course, Mrs. Dumare. I'm happy for the company.
And I'm happy for the exercise. Once you've gotten to my age, you need to keep things moving or everything starts to seize up. Like my old mister used to say, keep the wind at your back and death can't catch ya.
Your old mister. So he's...
Let me put it this way. I don't keep his tin type on display, if you catch my meaning.
I suppose I do.
And what's got you up and out so early in the morning? Care to watch the night fishermen hauling in their catch?
No, that wasn't on the agenda. I'm not that big on fish.
Oh, it wouldn't be the fish that catches your eye, but the strong shoulders doing the toting, all sweaty and rippling in the morning sun.
Mrs. Dumare!
Call me Ursula. I may have a few decades on you, but I'm not all the way dead. But let's stick to your list. Where are we headed?
To the quartermaster. A delivery has just arrived.
Oh, I hope it's something shiny.
The opposite, actually. It's a new set of whetstones.
Why, you don't need to order those special. If you want wet stones, there's plenty along the beach.
No, these are...
I know what they are. Special rocks that help you keep those blades of yours nice and sharp. I was just funning ya.
I'm sorry. Of course. You and I don't know each other very well, but I hear you've known Ziddy and Saffron for a long time.
That is true, which is why I'm happy to spend this time with you. If you're so important to them, then you're doubly important to me.
That's very kind of you.
Well, the quartermaster is just right in there. I see Douglas has just put out some fresh prawns, and I need to zip over and get a sack full before Madame Monet swoops in and buys them all. I'll catch up with you in a jiffy.
What can I do for you today, Missy?
Good morning. I'm here to pick up a package. Here's the claim ticket. You'll see it's all paid up.
I see. Let me take a look here. Ah, there it is. There seems to be a note attached. Give me a second here. I see.
Is there a problem?
Not a problem as such, more of an oversight, one we can quickly fix. Seems there's been a problem with the bill of lading.
What kind of problem?
Well, you see, Missy, whomever you work with at the start didn't really know their rates. What you paid was, let's say, the ideal rate. The one that says that everything would go perfectly with the shipment.
I take it things did not go perfectly?
Oh, I'm afraid they did not. What with the rough seas and tariffs at the port, you only paid for about half of what the cost was.
So now you're charging me double?
Oh, I'm not charging you double. I'm saying you owe me more. Of course, there's many ways such a debt can be paid.
Listen, you...
Algernon Fontaine. Look at you, all grown up.
Mrs. Dumare? What are you doing here?
Oh, seeing the sights, making the rounds. My eyes may not be as sharp as they were, but my ears, they're still working just fine. And I can't believe what I just heard.
What's that, Mrs. Dumare?
Well, it sounded like you were telling this resident of Massalia, a close personal friend of mine, that the price she paid to this very establishment wasn't enough. That you weren't honoring the bargain that was struck under this very roof.
Well, that's not how I would say it.
That's so. Because I can't fathom that you would be so dishonorable. That you'd think to treat a local like she was some kind of outsider. I know your mother, and I know she raised you better than that.
Please don't talk to my mother.
Well, I don't see a reason why I need to, not as long as you're honoring the word of this fine institution. What say you give this pretty girl her package and say have a nice day?
Oh, here you go. Sorry for the confusion.
And?
Oh, have a lovely day, mademoiselle. We look forward to your business in the future.
Now there's a sweet boy.
I could have handled that, you know.
Oh, of course you could have. Strong, smart girl like you. I've seen you in action. Whipping that blade around and all of that tumbling makes my knees hurt just watching it.
I've taken down bigger guys than that.
Oh, I don't doubt it. And I'd love to hear that story, but I hate to give advice where it's not requested. Do you mind?
No, go ahead.
When I look at you, I see road dirt on you. You've been places and seen lots of things. In truth, I see a bit of myself when I was your age.
I take that as a compliment.
Well, aren't you sweet? But what I mean by that is that you aren't used to dealing with the problems that come along with standing still. I expect you to bopped his noggin into the counter and made him beg for mercy.
I was planning something along those lines, yes.
And that would have done the trick, by gum. But what happens the next time you swing over to pick up the next package? Oh, sure, he'd give you the courtesy, but he'd be raising up the prices on you behind your back. Plus, one merchant talks to another, and you know how these boys can gossip.
But this way, he knows that I'm with you?
No, this way he knows you're one of us. That you're part of our community, not some Janie come lately.
Am I?
Well, I sure hope you will be. I like having you around, and I like how Zinnia and Saffron are with you. You're a fresh summer breeze in that musty old place.
Thank you, Ursula. I've had quite an educational morning.
And it's not over yet.
It's not?
Oh, not in the least. I'm about to teach you how to de-shell prawns fresh from the ocean, something every girl should know. And then we'll fry them up and have a brunch worthy of writing stories about. If you've got the time, that is.
The ladies can wait a little longer to sharpen their blades.
Now that's what I like to hear.
There's just one thing. When the quartermaster saw you, I noticed something.
What's that, dear?
It wasn't recognition in his eyes or even respect. It was fear. Why was he afraid of you?
We're not all what we were, Goldie. But sometimes it's better not to let them know that. Does that make any kind of sense?
It does. Mrs. Dumer... Ursula. I think we're going to be good friends.
Oh, that's nice to hear. But I'd never let my friends go hungry. Let's get to work.
Our Season 2 interlude, By the Beautiful Sea, was written, directed, and edited by Kyle Olson. Our producer and sound designer is that sonic magician, Ryan FitzPatrick. Our talent wrangler is the non-compliant Brooke Underveith. Starring Kara Gallo as Goldie and Krissy Lenz as Ursula. Our theme song is written and performed by Hedley Knights, and our interstitial music is Intended Force by Kevin Macleod. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Ox and Hare so you won't miss the next thrilling adventure. The Swashbuckling Ladies Debate Society is an Ox and Hare Media production. Old format, new ideas.